So I'ma say I love you, but keep a look on my eye. Cause I can never really want you unless it's money or pride. So when I say I really love you, boy, just know it's a lie. Like I ain't mean it. I ain't mean it. I just need another reason for a sequence. Another bag, another season, another description, another feeling. Boy, God, I gave him a lot, but I keep.
Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause
That's another one of the songs.
Homie got a bump when it ain't not fun. Boy, I
Because I'm waiting for this guy and I'm sharing the live stream. That's another one.
I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie, with a plug in his heart. Took these Billy Trump cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Not afraid of the dark, there ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been wrestling with pride. I try to keep it like I'm Texas, got the South on my side. Girl, you know I'm a saint, so why you giving me hell? My uncle back up on the block and now they begging for bail. He always calling me for paper cause he know I'm the trail. Now I'm eating my McDonald's, I was fresh out of jail. Now I made it out of chunk, at least I know I'm up, boy, thump. Like my neighbors jumping up a pump, boy, I bump in that Billy Sean, he ain't know, he ain't thump. He just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun.
I'm an airport baby, I'm too fly to count. Counting the cash, yeah, it's too high to count. I'm pretending with a fake, yeah, they too fake to doubt. Acting like they are what they not for their clout. They just suckin' my blood, they can love what you count. Flowing like water, get with the snows, all the ops gonna pout. They all in the sewers, the south in the clouds. I'ma stay down to the sound, to the sound, to the sound. On the floor to the steps, build, that with the band to the stretch.
Got no paper, told him quit the pocket watching G's ripping at the seams, holding on some dead foes. Schizophrenic with the backpack, listen to the money, nigga praying every day. Glad to say I was broke, tell him battle. Now I got my bands up, 1000 on the bill just to keep the pants up. Only on a real note, I couldn't fake what I've been doing. All my real ones know this nigga riding for his 53. I'm throwing up, they see the chain, I keep it tough. Say she feeling little nigga, try love. Say she love me for my smile, so I'm looking mean as clean as days squawking, so I'm keeping feathers plucked.
Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun.
Like damn, why I get a like urn? I'ma drop top. The sun won't burn when it lit like why, but the stripes ain't earned. I'ma get it right now, I ain't waiting no turn. Got a brand new house, tryna avoid my hurt. About 6 point something in the field like church. Or the hood got whack and the set went turn. Got a 488 in the glide like Kurt. I've been living off golf from the last few deals. When the night check came and I still got chills. Hit a 2K lick, I ain't even go pro. Got a boss outlet, now I'm smelling like goat. Call me Ice Cube, baby, where they sit on my chain. Heard a lame tryna play up my name when I'm 23 to it. And I'm going no brain, going dumb with these hundreds in my thumb. Got stank. Out here, everything come free. I ain't never met God, but I bet he know me. Put the money in a set of dying them streets. To the boy alley hooping, I ain't riding on fleek. Got a Porsche light skin in the ceiling, got peeled. I was 20 plus young when got real. Young black boy running, got me out of that field. Better living off game, you should get it on film. I ain't never your kind, late but I'm really on time. Girl, what you put in your mind, I ain't digging your sign. True for that mind, hurt but I made it out fine. Still in my prime, bro, really outline. Talk like you Tony out grind, throwing 20 on 9. How you live with no spine, bro, better off dying. Man, you got nerve, bro, need to get a bird. And I'ma get it off first, find a way you ain't surf. You looking all hurt, funny till your ego got nerve. Boy, I made it all worse, woke up looking like work. 150 lay on my shirt, 20 lay on my teeth. Boy, I make an M in my sleep, everything I want in my reach. I'ma run it off tops, wonder where I've been pulling off lots. 454, I'ma keep it on stock. Bezel with the ticker on rocks. Big side, tell me what I ain't got. Get it right now where I got it back then. Number one stunner, but the level on. Raised by the gang with a meal like Philly with a watch 250 and a so silly. When the door got closed, I ain't feel too bad. I'ma run mine up, I'ma have some stash. Now you in a broad purse, but you going outside. Now you on the couch surfing, you keep a little rash. Living out his backpack, need to get it back. Got a grade double R and you need both lanes. Got a dollar to his name, but he all gang. Where you all on my when I find that strange. Keep playing with the fire, but his get burned. But your boy got spit when the light got turned. Got a dog crack when the boy won't learn. Big wrapped up shorty when the block gets shurned. Always sorry when the cap don't work. Got the butterfly doors and the fly like bird. And I love my but I ain't them nerd like damn why pie get like yarn.
back. Run, run it back.
Getting money, you really don't need to talk about it. Move quiet, you should try it, there's some clout around it. Chase it, and overthinking the process. Outside of the gate, spewing that nonsense. On the phone, he begging women to come out. Back to back, calling until his minutes run out. Begging for loose change and scraping to maintain. Or sipping, and playing with waist chains. I think you get the picture, we outside the frame. Get your Louis Hamilton on swerve lane to lane. On gang. We brainstorm until it rains and we drive a gang. Straight into the Hall of Fame. You need to pay attention. I was 17 and had them shipping the Benzin. I was 16 eating steak with Russell Simmons. I was 15 in the basement with a vision. I could
run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back. Stuff it in your Birkin bag, cause he don't with that. So just run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back. We run the numbers up and run it back. Run it
time to
back.
add to the cipher. Time is money, time to run the numbers higher. Learn hustling early, it's hardwired. Photo bezel, frozen neck off like a tire. $1 million make a follow a messiah. Is you a charlatan or really take them higher? We in demand, distributors and suppliers. Be getting bands and signatures on the flyers. Listen, gotta make moves if you really want it. Desperate Jews eat your food, that's how they be on it. It's a must that we hustle today and escape from. Round table discussing the way that we get to the rack. Matter the game that you play, I'm just stating the facts. The aim of the game to be caking and making the max. I was 20 with a stack, 19 with a plaque, 18 neck icy with my Kango hat. I told him,
Run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. You see us out here getting to the bag. Run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Oh, when we get the bag. Yeah, don't you get too mad. Run it back.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And how about this for a start? This is out of bounds.
Now I'm gonna give y'all another hit.
And I just put my drink down.
Milan, darling, Milan.
That, say poodle, y'all think run this. Miss she, her black, designer say Gucci, Prada print, DOE, I'm a condo rich, big Dolce, Diva, Donda, Dundada, Tokyo, Honda drip. Poppin' Dolce season, new persona, new pushback, but I'm still gon' get that. Labels quaking, they mistaken. I'm that wrist stay frozen, Q. Let's go, I'ma get.
Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills. We're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Come and gone already. And we're off here in Week 6 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Right to the air, Burrow. Chase. Hits the 20. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Almost feel bad for those fans who went to get food before finding their seats here, Brock. While they're waiting in line, got a touchdown on the first play from scrimmage.
Now, I got a sense a few of them were scooting towards the tunnel to see what the roar was all about.
Yep.
Just like this guy scooted for the explosive touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Calvin Austin on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And this is a nice gain. That's stopped at the 47. He picks up 8 on the run, and now they're going to have 3rd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
3rd down run by Dobbins. And he's brought down after a short gain. It's a gain of only 1. Still 3 yards to go here on 4th down. The Browns are lining up to punt. And this one hits first at the 3 before continuing on into the end zone for a touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
11.
Burrow from the gun. On the move, headed right. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
On 1, ready?
No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down.
12. 11.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. That one's incomplete over the middle.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. It's scored as a 51-yard punt. And the Browns will go on offense. 1st and 10 from the 41. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
On second down, here's Dobbins. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Pitching it out to Dobbins. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Now Murray on the play fake. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down.
Man, these guys are sideline mavens. They always seem to know exactly where that boundary is without looking. He's not quite at that level yet. Lost track of where he was, and he brought it in out of bounds.
To his back, J.K. Dobbins. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Connection made to Shakir. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. It's 2nd and goal. Back to the air, Murray. And oh, he got it! Interception! DJ Turner comes up with it. And the Bengals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now a give. It's Brown headed right. Makes his move towards the sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This play goes for 36. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. They'll run again with Brown. They'll cobble together a yard there. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
11, 12, 12, 12. 11, Thomas. 11, MT, Paint. 11, MT, Paint.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
They get it on the ground here with Dobbins. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Running it again with Dobbins. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Murray here on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
I can think of an older football video game, Tyler, where 30 yards to go was the default and easily attainable by an offense. Well, this is not that title. And this is borderline impossible. In fact, I can hear a coordinator saying in the ear to the QB, hey, this call, it's on you. Good luck.
Here he is on third and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And it'll be Bengals football. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Looking for the back that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Burrow out of the shotgun. Into the hands of Gesicki. Complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Browns in a dime set. 3rd down coming, trying to lock up those passing lanes.
12, 12, 11, 11, 11, 11.
Throwing now from the gun. That's coming for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. They pitch it out to him here. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Juan Thornhill getting there for the stop. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, as a running back, when you get that pitch, you better get vertical in a hurry. Get beyond that line before anybody can get to you.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
They're now set for 1st and 10.
11, 11, 11.
From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home that sack.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Straight ahead. Here's Dobbins. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. He's on the move. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. That pushes him back to 3rd down. Coming up.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
Third and long for him here. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Ooh, partner, this has gotten out of hand early. That pick 6, the latest play, pushing us towards a blowout.
Yeah, everything has gone in their favor so far. You don't see a lot of blowouts in the NFL. It takes this kind of combination, right? Both in personnel and in every phase of the game.
So the defense scores, and now their offense coming out for 2 more. He's throwing for it. And that's into the end zone, so they follow the touchdown by tacking on 2 more to their lead. All right, right, partner. It's only one extra point on the scoreboard, but come on. If you're the team who just turned it over, how much worse is it seeing them add on 2 there instead of just the extra point?
Oh, it stings. I don't think there's any question about it, because not only do you not execute offensively, your defense doesn't do it either. So you kind of just smack them both right in the face, and yeah, that one hurts a little bit more.
The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31. Man in motion here. Fresh off the pick, here's Murray. Jefferson brings it in on the slant. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Flushed out of the pocket. That's incomplete left side. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And that leaves him with third and short.
Defense, relentless on that play. As some of them closed in on that pocket, the others took away the easy throwing lanes, and they really influenced that incomplete pass.
They pitch it to him. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First and 10 from the 41. Brought in right side by Moore.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Options are open here. It's second and inches. Play action now. Murray vacates quickly left side. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
The handoff on third and short. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That's a short gain of 1. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They send a man in motion. On first and 10, it's Murray. He's trying to push the field. Big gain downfield. That's a Cleveland touchdown. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there, because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
The Browns keeping the offense out on the football field. They want two here. Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete. And he's going to cross for the score. They trim that deficit down to 14. Up almost at midfield.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's got it up to midfield and into Brown's territory. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Tight end in motion left. 3rd and short, it's Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Catch made by Chase Brown. And have him gain up about a handful there. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And they'll pitch it out to him. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Bengals pushing for a score before the break.
I'm one, ready?
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Here we go. 11 mighty.
Throwing is Burrow. Gets his running back. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Butker knocks it through. And that makes this a 3-score game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never enough. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Complete to Shakir. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the 6.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second and 4. Dumps it off to his running back. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Murray to throw here on 3rd. Connection made to Shakir. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
First and 10, Murray. Escapes the pocket. They get an even 10 on that play. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Murray here on 1st down. Go right side, and Shakir has it. And they get this down to the 28. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. All right, set now. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. That's in the hands of Moore. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to throw, Murray. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to the air, Murray. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. There's a flag down, and if this is defensive, could give him a 1st down. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. One last play before the break. Throwing it just before halftime. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Murray from the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And here's what I know, Kate. And sadly, from personal experience, after this one's over, QB, he's going to be the first one in the cold tub because he has been feeling the heat and paying the price all game long. At some point, you've got to find a way to protect the passer, or he's not going to endure this season.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers.
Wide open down the field, and he has it! Touchdown, Cleveland! All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Handoff headed left to Brown. And that's good yardage with a new set of down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
1-1, ready?
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45.
Here we go. Here we go.
Going to the ground again on first. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
11, 11, 11. 11 MT, 11 MT. 12, 12, 12.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Forced out to his right. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Taylor rapping to pick that one off. And the Browns will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A one-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts and too many possessions.
And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Jump off caught by his back. Fought off the tackle, but he lost the football. Oh, and they got it back. This play is still live. Pickup of 2 here. And that gives the Browns a first. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
On target to Dobbins. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the gun, it's Murray. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns parlay the interception into points. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Browns cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge? There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals make it a 9-point advantage. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals make it a 10-point ball game. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Here's Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody. Maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
This finds Austin complete. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
He tossed to Dobbins, running left. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks. And I'm looking for that to be called again.
They've got a man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Jefferson brings it in on the slant. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd and just 2 to go. Going for the 1st with Dobbins. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Chased out to his right. And he has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns making a 4-point game here in the 4th. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the 4th. So we're down to a 3-point game, and now gonna try to get it back in pursuit of a game-tying field goal. I think the Browns got that one back. They did! Field goal game. Not sure they had to force that quite yet, partner.
Yeah, I don't know where the analytics were on that one, and I think there's some old-timers probably rolling over in their grave with that decision.
But hey, doesn't matter. They get the ball back right in what could turn out to be the game's biggest turning point.
Yeah, momentum now clearly on their side. Got to get downfield and either tie it or take the lead. The special teams, well, they were certainly special. Now it's the offensive turn to do their job.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Going with Dobbins here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Throwing here, Murray. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Desperation time here on 4th. That's cut beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets them 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first. Carry here for Dobbins. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I wish everybody had the opportunity to feel how fast that decision is made. With that RPO, it is a split second. And when you make the incorrect read, well, the play's busted up before it ever has a chance to start.
The Bengals obviously thinking pass here on 3rd down. They're going to counter with a dime look. Now Murray. It's taken in by Sinnott. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn a good play.
That's a Cleveland touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns take a 4-point lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Gun.
Burrow from the gun. He'll get this one to Brown. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Here we go. 11. 12.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Got a man. It's Gesicki. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Ready?
To the line we go. They're set. First and 10.
Here we go.
They'll go from the gun with Wilson. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
Here we go.
They'll try it right with Brown. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up first and goal.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
On one, ready?
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, first and goal.
Here we go.
Here's Brown again. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Burrow out of the shotgun. He rolls to his right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Looking to throw. Yet another interception, and that could be what does it. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Browns are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They run, here's Dobbins. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. We have an injured player down there, and with his history, we really hope this is nothing serious. It is J.K. Dobbins who was hurt on that one. Handoff on 2nd and short. And he can't find the lane before being wrapped up at the line. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. A costly false start penalty as third down becomes much more difficult to convert as they back it up 5. The penalty makes it 3rd and 8 here. Looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Running it again with Dobbins. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard, and that brings up 3rd and 8. Setting up to pass. That's complete to Dobbins. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. So the Browns will take this win home with them. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. It's a well-earned win for the Browns as we say so long from Cincinnati.
shook my, now I'm finna give y'all another hit.
And I just put my drink down.
Milan, darling, Milan.
That, to the, say poodle, y'all think run.
You say my look good in my tight little dress. Rock it up and me make the man them obsessed. Put in the work when we dance and we sweat. Dangerous when you get smooth like the skin on my face. Draw figure eight when we wind up my waist. Bumper and boom, we no need it the weight. If you get it, to the top of the plate. Wanna run it up, run it up all night. If the lights went down, get you keep that baby. You wanna drop it down, pick it up, turn around, lift it up for you all night. Bet you wanna get some of my dirty love, baby. The boys them all want me. Them gyal I get salty. When me talking spicy. It make you want bite me. You just want the flavor. You just want the flavor. You just want the flavor. You just want the flavor.
For the right. Come on, baby, what you tryna do? I'm tryna pull up on you like a drive-through. I wanna know if we rockin', would you keep it cool? Take trips and private dinners just for us two. Yeah, he buy me Givenchy dresses and feed me breakfast. Immaculate, loving when he show affection. The balcony, over like stretching. And I ain't never out like wrestling. Back on it. Got all these boys mad cause I passed on it. I'm a fly. Come on, baby, spin a bag on it. Yeah, we so extra, feeling like young and the rest.
Wanna run it up all night. If the lights went down, get you keep that baby. You wanna drop it down, pick it up, turn around, lift it up for you all night. Bet you wanna get some of my dirty love, baby. The boys them all want me. Them gyal I get salty. When me talking spicy. It make you want bite me. You just want the flavor. You just want the flavor. You just want the flavor. You just want the flavor.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels got changed, you get mouth. How can
stay in this shape.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Shake your little piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Shake your little piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they loving us no more. No R&R, the bar is raised. If you know me, now I can bar for days. Nothing left to prove, cause I've done enough, lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Shake your little piece, wanna see some more?